We'll now be looking at recommendations from the National Osteoporosis Foundation for being in the kitchen, washing the dishes, and protecting your spine from fracture, or just managing your back pain if you have any. So the first recommendation I have is to get someone else to do the dishes, or if you just have to do the dishes yourself, then these are some of the recommendations I'm going to give you. So one of the things is to imagine that you're standing in front of a counter with the sink here, and underneath is a cupboard that usually houses cleaning supplies and your dishwashing liquid, things like that. So you can open the doors to the cupboard and you can put your foot inside the cupboard and lean against the sink. So instead of leaning over the sink like this and washing the dishes for 30 minutes, and it takes a while to do that, right? So you're in this position for long periods of time, you're stretching out your spine, you're compressing the vertebrae in the front of the spine, and also putting yourself at risk for a fracture. So especially with heavy dishes, such as a casserole dish, and you're lifting a casserole dish, that's going to put an excessive load on the spine as well. So let's have you come around, and you're going to stand over here, which is the simulation for the cupboard. You're going to open the door of the cupboard, put your foot inside the cupboard, and just lean against the sink. All right, and then you take your plate that you're washing, and then pick it up and start to wash, and go ahead and pick it up and really make sure that you're keeping that chest lifted. So you're practicing your good posture even as you're washing the dishes, okay? That looks great. And then putting the dish down. You could change sides. So if you're washing dishes for a long period of time, you could change sides and put your right foot into the counter and put your left foot down on the floor, if that's helpful. So those are some recommendations from the National Osteoporosis Foundation for washing the dishes in a safe spine posture. We'll be looking at some lifting techniques for getting things out of the dishwasher and bending down low to get things out of the oven as well, as recommended by the National Osteoporosis Foundation. So what I want to show you first is how people usually do the lifting techniques, is to take the spine into a rounded position, grasp the object, especially a heavy casserole dish, and then standing up using a curved spine. So that's going to put the spine at risk for fracture. It could put the soft tissues at risk for muscle strains and also ligament sprains. So we don't want to put the spine at risk for injury as we're doing our daily activities. So a better way to do it would be to perform that hip hinge action and then place the casserole dish into the dishwasher or taking it out of the dishwasher. And especially a heavy casserole that has a turkey in it at Thanksgiving or something really heavy is going to be really problematic for people if they have low bone density and maybe weakness in the upper body. So very important to stand either to the side of the oven if you need to get the object closer to you. Make sure you put gloves on to protect your hands so that you can grip very easily. If you put little hot pads on your hands, those are sometimes too small and you can't get a good grip. So put oven mitts on both hands and then place the object as close to you as you can and then stand up to get the object out. But you can get a little closer to it if you stand to the side of the oven or to the side of the dishwasher to get things in and out. Now, Sandy, if you could stand in front of the imaginary dishwasher there and separate your feet so you don't hurt your knees. You have to make sure you keep your knees wide, especially if it's an oven that's warm. So keep your knees wide as you hinge. And then we'll take the dowel and make sure that she's doing it correctly, bringing the head to the stick first. That's it. And then remember, look down from your spine. So hinge at your hips, sitting back, and then see if you can get down to get to the object. And then pull it close to you first, and then stand up. That was great. Really well done. Bring the head back to the stick, standing in your tall posture. Again, hinging at the hips, sit way back. Take the object and put it back in either the oven or the dishwasher. Excellent. And then back to standing. So those were recommendations for getting things in and out of the oven or in and out of the dishwasher safely from the National Osteoporosis Foundation.